In today's video, I am going to teach you how to increase row height in Smartsheet. If you have ever had text that looks cramped inside a Smartsheet row, or if you simply want more space so your information is easier to read, this is a quick and practical adjustment. Today we will focus on selecting the correct row and using the wrapped text option to control how the content displays. First, locate the row you want to change. You can do this by looking at the grid and finding the row where your data is listed. Take a moment to make sure you have the right row, because increasing the display for one row does not automatically change the layout of every other row. When you are ready, click the row number on the far left to highlight the entire row. On screen, that row should become clearly selected, usually highlighted in a way that indicates it is the active row for formatting. This step matters because the wrap text setting applies to the selected row, so your choice needs to be precise. After you have highlighted the entire row, you are ready to tell Smartsheet how to display the text. Go ahead and focus on the top or side area where formatting options are available. Depending on your view, you may see controls that relate to text behavior and cell display. Now click the Wrap Text option. When Wrap Text is enabled, long lines of text will break into multiple lines instead of staying on a single line. This directly affects how tall the row needs to be, since the row will expand vertically to fit the wrapped content. As you click Wrap Text, watch what happens in the sheet. The row height should increase as the content wraps onto additional lines. If your text was previously constrained to a single line, you should now see it presented in a cleaner, more readable format. This is the key idea behind increasing row height in Smartsheet. The row becomes taller because the cell content is allowed to use multiple lines. If the text is already short and does not wrap, the row may not look dramatically taller, but the setting is still applied to ensure it can expand when needed. Now take a quick look across the row to confirm the result. Make sure the text is fully visible and not getting cut off or clipped. If some cells in the row contain different lengths of text, the row height may be determined by the tallest content, since Smartsheet needs enough space for everything to display properly. If you find that some content is still not wrapping the way you expect, recheck that the correct row is selected and that wrap text is actually active for that row. Sometimes people select only part of the grid instead of the full row, and that can cause confusion. Once you are satisfied with how the row displays, you can continue working in your sheet as usual. You can leave other rows unchanged, or repeat the same process for additional rows that need more space. This approach keeps your sheet looking organized and readable, especially when you mix short entries with longer notes or descriptions. To review, you highlighted the row by clicking the row number on the far left, and then you enabled wrap text so the row can expand to accommodate wrapped content. That combination is what effectively increases row height in Smartsheet. With these simple actions, you can improve readability without adjusting things manually. That covers everything you need to know, and that is all there is to it.